report complete. Send on the package. So I've had this set about 2 weeks. I've been running it. It's a very solid set, a nice diesel engine, FT series, and it has the appropriate markings. So let's bring it forward. We should check it out, of course. Yep, it's a Lionel train. All right, enough of the fun stuff. Let's get into some of the details and the review. This is the Star Trek starter set from Lionel, based on the Next Generation's series. A lot of detail, but before we get into that, I just want to go through the sounds. So while it's sitting here, and then I can turn down the sound so we can go over some of the features and details. So here's the crew talk.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Let's see what's out there.
So that's some of the dialogue, and obviously it changes whether it's moving or standing still. But those two phrases seem to always play first when the engine's powered up. So I think that's kind of cool. See what else.
Plot of course, maximum warp. Warp 9, course 151, Mark 330, engage.
Now, it's all Jean-Luc Picard. There's not any other dialogue from any other characters, but there is plenty of dialogue from Jean-Luc, depending on whether, again, whether you're moving or sitting still. Here is the bell. And that's obviously for Star Trek fans, that's the red alert. Now here's the sound I'm probably most disappointed in, and I don't know the reasoning for doing this. I mean, maybe it's a kid-friendly thing, but the horn, which in my opinion could have been phasers or photon torpedoes, ends up being the transporter. So again, I mean, it's not a killer, but I think they had a chance to really make this a fun set with photon torpedo noises. But it is what it is, so I'll take it. It's still a cool train regardless of that. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the sounds. And let's go look at some of these details here. Really nice graphics, NCC 1701D, USS Enterprise, purple light, red light. More NCC 1701 decal here, Captain Jean-Luc Picard under here. Some standard Star Trek graphics along the side and pinstriping. There's a few of these little placards here and here. There's a warning decompression. And there's a matter this side only, which, as a matter of fact, it's matter on the other side only. Now, the only thing that got me scratching my head a little bit, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, but there's this decal on this door. All the other ones are the same, but it's not on this door. So I don't know if that's intentional or not. It's not a big killer, but and to be honest with you, if you don't know it's not supposed to be there, you don't know. So it may be that way. But so that's the engine. It's dual motored. So far it's been pulling the cars easily around the layout. There are some crew figures in there. Can't see them. There they are. You can see the motors in there, but you know what? It's a starter set, so I'm not expecting it to be the legacy details that we're all used to. So let's move on to the first car in the set. This is 10 forward. This is the 10 forward car. And you got Loxana Troy, you got Counselor Troy, You got Will Riker, first officer, and this is an interesting choice. You got Tasha Yar. She was only in like the first half of the first season, so I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe she would want to make an appearance in this. And I believe we even got Guinan back there, but she's kind of hard to see. She's kind of in the back. 10 forward markings, Star Trek markings, Enterprise, NCC 1701. So you got all the Star Trek markings. The only disappointment in this car and sickbay, which we will get to in a second, is they're not backlit. Now I wish they could have backlit, because again, you kind of lose some of these details in the background that you can't really see unless we're direct lighting. And maybe I'll take some pictures later with some light directly shining on that. Move to the Holodeck 3 car. Now this is based on the Aquarium car. You got Lieutenant Commander Data, Lieutenant Worf, and Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And this is actually based on one of the episodes. There was a train in one of the episodes. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. I turned it off because it is a little noisy. But there we go. A lot of detail in that drawing. It even says USS Enterprise on the tender. United Federation of Planets across the top of the cars. And if you notice, as I move, you can see backgrounds come and go. So it's kind of really cool that they kind of did some background effects. Now if I come on it this way, it looks just like the holodeck. So that is kind of really cool that Lionel kind of did some trickery, or whatever you want to call it. Really worked on this car to make it more like a holodeck. So again, if I shoot from this angle, you get some buildings, and if I shoot from this angle, you can see some buildings in the back. So it kind of gives you a holographic effect. So that's kind of cool. Let's go on to sickbay. Dr. Beverly Crusher over here. And you got Wesley Crusher over here. Shut up, Wesley. NCC 1701, sickbay, Enterprise. So basically this is kind of decorated, same as all the other cars. Again, you know, my only complaint is, been nice to be backlit so you can kind of see some of this detail that's up top here. But still a nice car. So that's the set. So it's the FT diesel. You got the 10 forward, the holodeck car, and sickbay. This is the beginning of the add-on cars. This is the Romulan Ale Car, and it's confiscated property, United Federation of Planets. Basically, this is, I'm going to just uncouple this. This is reminiscent of the nuclear waste cars that Lionel put on. You can see the blue liquid sloshing around in there. So kind of cool. Tanker car with, you know, clear tanker car with the Romulan ale inside. Moving on, this is the Tribble transport car. This, I believe, is more reminiscent of the Mint car because of the door and the safe looking. And this has the original series United Federation of Planet banner, and you see the Tribbles. This one isn't lit either, but this one bothers me a little less only because both sides are open, so it does allow for more light in. So it doesn't bother me nearly as much as some of the ones that have, you know, graphics that could have been backlit to really make them pop. But again, you know, it is what it is. This is the original series Captain Kirk car. Gives Captain Kirk all this information that is written here. I checked against Memory Alpha database on the internet, and it all appears correct. Same with the Enterprise drawings here. And I'm going to flip these around. So now you got the Enterprise on this side, a large United Federation of Planet banner, and all the facts of the original series Enterprise. And again, I checked these against the Memory Alpha site, and they are all correct. The Next Generation USS Enterprise, Galaxy Class D Enterprise. Again, information here, all correct. A newer United Federation Starfleet Command logo. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. Alright, we got it flipped around. Again, Jean-Luc Picard and all his information here again. Lionel did a good job on checking those details out. Got the Enterprise D, I wouldn't say blueprints, but top view, side view, and front view here. So again, Lionel did a really nice job on making sure these details here and here are correct. So that's a video overview of everything I've gotten. Very nice consist when you get it all together. What I'm really hoping for is that the Triple Car, which is, again, the original series, and the Enterprise original series Captain Kirk car, has a set of its own to run behind eventually. But for now, they're at home behind this this engine and this set. So all in all, good job, Lionel. I'm a big Star Trek guy, so I really appreciate the effort that went into some of the detailings. Pros of the set, a lot of details right, a lot of fun cars. The Romulan Ale Car is a fun. The triple transport car is a lot of fun. Good details on these as far as the factoids, or whatever you want to call them. And then you got some nice cars here. You got the holodeck car with the moving film that makes it appearance that it's actually doing stuff. And again, the FT engine, good polar, 2 motors, got some good Star Trek graphics on it, good Star Trek sounds. And I'm going to ramp up those sounds again. So at this point, that would be the engine idling. Let's pull it up.
Maintain course. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Let's see what's out there. Plot a course, maximum